Is there even like a Twitch category for life readings or some shit? I don't even know if there's probably not. Is there for like I don't know fucking there's no Twitch category for like life readings or something. Is there? Probably not, right? Probably not. But you know, when in doubt, just use just chatting, cause you know, fuck it, we ball. So hello, hi. Hope y'all are doing great. It's a Saturday. We're gonna do some fun shit. Cause I said like ages ago, I said we're gonna read fucking Yakuza fanfics once we're done with Yakuza 3, and now here we are. So cause you know that's gonna be fun. Anyway, we're not gonna go for this trial alone because going for this trial alone would be weird. Hello.
Kiryu-chan!
There better be like one of those in there.
I hope so.
There better be. There better be. Let me quickly check. There you go. Let's hope they still work, by the way.
Imagine if it just got taken down.
Imagine if they just got taken down. Alright. Ah, hello, Whiteback.
True, that reminds me, I need to log into Twitch again.
Log into
Yeah, because I recently had to do something and that made me log out of everything, which was fucking disgusting.
Okay, I need some good ambient music though. What's some like good ambient music I can use for this for like 3 hours?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, true. That's the big issue. I have no proper background music.
Hard to tell when you haven't read it yet.
Hard to tell whenever. Yeah, but like for like overall like background music, I don't know.
Yo, TwitchCon Europe tickets? No, thank you.
TwitchCon, hell yeah, let's go. Let's go. Anyway, I'm a fucking hold on, how do I? There we go. There we go. Because obviously I need to have you read it as well. Can you see the shit?
Yeah, I can see the shit.
Is it big enough as well?
Let this be real. Oh no.
But yeah, I had a friend of mine curate like 5 different ones.
This was the worst one.
No, apparently this one's very sad, by the way. Apparently this one's actually pretty sad. It's 3 chapters long. Next one's 6 chapters long. That's gonna be interesting. Then again, chapters mean fuck all because people have different definitions of like chapter length.
That's true.
Because there's even like people who put like I don't know like 1,000 words per chapter, and then there's some people who put like 5,000 into one. It's like, oh, okay, geez, all right.
I think the average of novels is like 3K, but I'm not sure.
3K blood, hell. Anyway,
let me actually check what we are.
check actually, fuck yeah.
How long is the average novel chapter in words? It's between 1K and 5K, okay?
Nice.
The average falling between 2,000 and 4,000.
Nice.
So 3,000. Guys.
Soldiers. I'm gonna just go with some fucking lo-fi beat now, shall we? Some fucking lo-fi background music.
Lo-fi yaoi music. Isn't there like a live stream for like lo-fi fanfiction reading?
Imagine, bro!
Yo, Karen Matthew followed you, damn.
Oh yeah, you stream my entire fucking thing. Oh great, it's a scam, love it.
Yeah.
It's a scam, I love it.
I mean, for a scam, you could have picked a better name than Karen, not gonna.
Now she's got to complain to your manager if you decline her scam. Also, wanna know what's fun? One tag I missed, right? It's gotta be interesting. These 2 tags are scary to me. Cause fucking, there's gonna be some fucking spoilers in there, and I'm gonna catch them.
Yeah, so Kiryu died, Majima died.
Imagine, bro. Also, we gotta fucking figure out who the fuck some people are. That's gotta be fun. That's gotta be fun. I know Sayima's like fucking. She was the police woman from Kiwami too, but
Yeah.
Alright.
You just gotta say you love Reshiram, then everything's
Oh
fine.
my fucking... Not this fast, bro. Not even 10 minutes. Bro. Why are you like that? Ooh. Alright. Alright. We're gonna calm down now. We're gonna calm down for now. This is Don't Let This Be Real by Lost Echo 501. I'm not gonna read the summary because, you know. Actually, I just read the summary in my head and was like, oh, fucking hell. Alright. I don't want to wear a damn suit. Sayuma's unamused glare is annoying, but Majima doesn't care. The eye patch being changed to a special one should be enough. The suit is too... Oh wait, that's fucking... Actually no, you speak Majima, there you go. So that's your fucking line.
I don't wanna wear a damn suit!
Sajima's unamused glare is annoying, but Majima doesn't care. The eye patch being changed to a special one should be enough. The suit is too similar to when supervising Daigo was responsibility all those years ago. Hey, look, I get that reference. The one I actually get. It's a painful memory for reasons Majima is unintentionally not thinking about. Not thinking about how it means Kiryu-chan had enough trust to give out the task of protecting a man he came to see as his son. Not thinking about how that was done even after what happened with Haruka. Not thinking about how much has gone unsaid. Not thinking about it. Not at all. Please stop making this so hard. Just put on the suit. Haruka will be here soon. As of on cue, a knock on the door sounds out. Majima thinks fate, if it exists, is being very cruel today.
Is this?
I don't know, that's the issue.
I think this is Seijima, so that would be you.
Come on in. Seijima gives a truly angry look as the door opens and Haruka steps in. Haruto... Oh, did the guy fucking mistype and meant to say Haruka? Wow.
No. Haruto is in Haruka's arms.
Oh, it's probably a kid, right?
Yeah.
It's probably... Oh shit, spoilers. There we go. We're going straight into the spoilers already. Love to see. I shouldn't have... Anyway. Haruto is in her arms, dressed up in a tiny black suit for baby. Those exist?
For babies?
A baby suit? Are you fucking mad?
Damn.
How she got one is a mystery to Majima. Haruka herself is wearing a mofuku that Daigo paid after much insistence, that it was alright. It hurts to see her in such a kimono. You aren't in your suit. It's just a statement, but Majima feels guilty already. Sorry about it. Keeps refusing to put it on. Haruka waves it off. I think that one's yours. Actually, no, that's still Haruka. She says Haruka.
Yeah.
No, that's alright. I think it would be better if he didn't wear one. We wouldn't want Uncle Kaz to think a stranger showed up at his funeral. Got him. She gives a soft laugh that is so genuine and warm that Majima is almost nauseous. It isn't fair. She's right though. Kiryu-chan always wants to see the people he knows. And a fancy fucking suit isn't the Majima he knows. Neither is a miserable one. Not really, but that's a work in progress.
Good. I don't wanna ever wear that thing, but I wanna get judged because I'm not following the dress code nonsense. Also, that's a lie. He wore a suit in fucking Zero.
He wore a bunch of suits, yeah. I already sent out a note that those not following dress code have been given permission to do so.
Is this Seijima or is this...
No, this is... You get smelled? I hate it. Whatever. Just do it.
Huh, works for me.
Seijima lets out a sigh of relief and finally stops giving various dirty looks.
I guess this is it, Seijima now? Yeah.
I have to start preparing the final touches. I just had one last question.
And I don't know who the fuck the yeah is. Because
Yeah?
the next one is Majima. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know who ordered the other flowers?
Majima's heart starts racing. I thought Daigo got those flowers. Dizziness starts setting in as Majima hopes Saejima doesn't join in on this question asking shit. Oh god. He got the Chrysanthemum?
Mumps.
Help me here, Google. There's no fucking...
I had to Google Translate and then have it pronounced.
Oh yeah, fuck. Hang on.
Chrysanthemums.
Chrysanthemums? Okay, this sounds horrible. Anyway. There were others delivered that had no sign of who sent them. Quite morning glorious.
Don't know.
Chapter 2. Wow, this is short as hell. What the hell?
We just jumped
We
to
just
the
skipped the entire funeral. What is this bullshit? Chapter 2. It's finally over. The funeral's finally done. The tears and pain and sorrow are not. But at least the funeral is. Daigo can't help but think of how awful of a consolation prize that is. The children of morning glory were so strong. The flowers Majima chose made them emotional. They had the same effect on Daigo, but he saw them before the funeral. Seeing something marked as funeral expenses from the Majima family gave it away. That, and the eye patch for the funeral having a bright yellow sunflower and blue morning glories. His denial of it and claims of ignorance relayed from Haruka have been a small spark of humor to the awful day.
Also, actually, watch this not being a spoiler because it's fan fiction and it's just made up.
I mean, yeah, we know fucking Kiryu doesn't actually die.
Yeah.
As soon as the thought of Haruka comes, Daigo feels a weight in his chest. Haruka has sent a copy of Kiryu's letter just before the funeral. Daigo, reality comes crashing down. Haruka's right there, and she didn't use an honorific like she normally does. Why? Was it because of the letter? Is it a ridiculous thought? Is that selfish to want? Why does it matter at all? Actually, you can speak, Daigo.
Okay. Wait, it's alright. You don't. Well, hold on, I need to smoke. To make the voice. Nah, just kidding.
Daigo doesn't smoke, if I recall correctly.
Does he not? I thought. Wait, wasn't Daigo the. Oh no, wait, no.
Daigo's the fucking son of Dojima.
Oh, so it's not the investor. Oh, yeah, okay. It's alright. You don't need to say anything. Yeah, you can read on.
Actually, hang on. Oh, no. Warm arms. A hug? Looking down, Haruka's actually giving a hug. Tears start to fall. Only a few. No use trying to stop them. It's nice to let go for a moment.
I guess this is Haruka not and Daigo.
Actually, yeah. Actually, no, it's the other way. What the fuck? That's where they got. Okay.
No, thank you would be coming from Haruka, and then the welcome thing from Daigo, I think. Fucking fanfictions, I swear to God.
I fucking writing, bro. They need to color code this. Actually, I don't think you can color code on AO3. Whatever.
You cannot, but like it's like custom to like. So for example, in this case, right? Haruka is giving the hug. So instead of making a break, the thank you would be at the end of this, and then you would make the break for Daigo, because you only do the break when it's a new character saying something.
Jeez. Alright. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, I'm always happy to do things for my siblings.
Chapter 3, Jesus fucking Christ. This is fast as hell. I mean, granted, it did say short on here.
What, 6 chapters?
No, this one has 3.
This is just wow.
This just for six chapters is the next one afterwards. Yeah, just wow. Oh, it's already fucking over.
This is fucking trash.
What is this? You know, this is fairly quick. Okay, cool. The time to get the fuck away from here has come. Took long enough. Majima marches out, only to stop for a moment at the sight of Haruka hugging Daigo. He quickly resumes marching to the nearest exit, almost past those two. Majima-san! He stops. He made it past them, but now it's time to turn around and face them while hoping the whole talk or whatever will be quick.
Need something?
Will you be alright?
Eh?
Eh? Didn't you say that only you could kill Uncle Kaz? That fucking hurts. The pain of Saijima's hardest punches don't even compare.
I did, so what?
Maybe playing it off will get them to drop. If not, telling the truth about them not believing this shit is worth a try. Will it be alright with that not being what happened and with him being gone? For fuck's sake. Just as blunt as her father. Normally a very likable thing. This isn't a normal time.
I don't think he's really dead. I mean, seriously? Kiryu-chan getting defeated? I don't buy it.
Daigo turns to fully look over. Not a good sign. And
what
if
yeah. No, I think this would be Daigo, right?
Yeah.
I'm Daigo, yeah. And what if he really is dead?
Why are they both like this? Is every one of his kids like this? Even the ones who didn't fully know? What a nightmare.
What if? I just said I don't believe it. It can't be real. How will you deal with all of it? How will you deal with it if it is? Oh my god, that's such a bad fucking sentence.
That is definitely a sentence. A crazed Kaku ripped straight from a fight with Kiryu-chan comes out. It dies like Kiryu-chan has to be pretending to have. Far too quickly.
I won't.
Wow, that was a blank ass fucking I won't. Bloody hell.
That's like to put it in like fucking Charlie's terms, that was such a nothing burger.
You know, it happens. Alright, cool. Next one. This one's the supposedly long one, so that's gonna be fun.
Damn.
Let's
the
see
weight of promise.
Let's see what we have. During Kiwami 2. There you go. Also during Yakuza 4. Interesting, we'll see.
Kiryu is a sweetheart.
I love those tags always.
Bisexual disaster. That's Majima, but he's also just genuine disaster.
I love it.
Seiji was the straight one in this, but supportive. You know, once he gets past the idea he was betrayed. If you're looking for a fic where Kiryu and Majima are already together, this isn't one melancholy but happy ending, mostly because of future events and Majima's mental health or lack thereof.
Interesting.
These are certainly tags.
These are, like AO3 tags were the most hilarious fucking thing.
Also, why are there like two there's a summary for the whole thing and the summary for a single chapter.
And then there's notes.
What the fuck? Like I write fanfic stuff myself, but I never got like into this fucking stuff, and it's so weird.
It is so weird. I read this shit a lot, don't worry about it.
Oh, you do, yeah. Tainari X Reader, yeah, I know.
There's actually not many of those. So
I gotta write them.
True. But I always just sidetrack to fucking Don Hung and Kayla's content because this is just oversaturated, so just get everything. Fuck you know. Alright. The Weight of a Promise by Arcane Dreamer. This one's a very long one. Chapter 1. Anniversary Promises. It has been a whole year. Some Majima anticipate this, the furrowed, confused furrow of Kiryu's brow as the former patriarch launches himself out of an alley, knife first.
Okay, so I doubt that the person who wrote this fanfic will ever see this video, but like, don't use the same word within the same sentence. Like we have furrow, then furrow. That's, you know, it's just... Just basic writing advice.
Basic writing advice. But if I bomb the bomb and then walk the walk.
And talk the talk.
And talk the talk. It's been a while since they've done this little dance. His blood thrums, as long as he longs for the taste of blood the dragon can give him with a fist to the face. Instead, he's deflected. Has Kiryu-chan been taking judo lessons? That's sly dragging. I won't fight you. He stayed stoic. Maybe Majima could take it if that was it, but he dares to have a look of concern in his slightly widened eyes. Bastard's pitying him. He's king of the whole world. If anything, it should be the other way around.
Just a strong, silent punching bag works for me.
He might say that, but he feels the pang of disappointment. He's nothing to Kiryu-chan, not even worth a fight. He darts forward and slashes, and manages only to ruin Kiryu's suit at the shoulder. The dragon's too fast. Majima hisses in disappointment. There we go. We don't have a reason to fight, and we have a reason not to. I don't know what's going on right now, Majima-san. but I won't just serve as your weapon to hurt yourself.
Did
You
he
can't-
ever? Did he ever call him that?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
A couple times. Because, actually, no, he does. He does call him Aniki, but I guess he calls him Nissan later.
Potentially, yeah.
He
Oh,
calls
yeah. This is Yakuza 4 as well. Yeah, so we
Yeah.
haven't played that one yet. Yeah, go on.
He calmly catches the mad dog's flailing arm and fixes him with a stare that critiques Majima's technique. Fucking tiger drop that man. Just tiger drop him to the chest, he dies, and that's it. Like he doesn't know he's being sloppy right now. And then, when Majima attempts to twist around and flip him, he crowds Goro against the wall, effectively trapping him. I won't do that to someone I love.
That was very quick.
It was very quick. He says it so simply, like it's that easy. And maybe on the outside it had been. Majima flirts all the time, right? But the older man can't help but flinch away like he'd receive one of those punches he'd been looking for.
I guess this is Majima now?
It sounds...
I don't want to hurt you.
His voice sounds kind of shrill and hysterical even to his own ears. The look in Kiryu's eyes might be the kind of alarm everybody else in Kamurocho would always be showing on their face if you squinted the only one good eye. Not the response he'd been expecting then. He doesn't have to voice the question though, for Majima to interpret the silence anyway. He waves off the supposed inconsistent airily. Airily?
Airily, yeah.
Or at least as near an approximation as he can manage right now.
If I stab you, it'll heal.
With the angry way Kiryu furrows his brow, most would be intimidated. But it's clear he's just thinking. Who hurt you? He finally asks, folding his arms to try to conceal the desperate way he's clenching his fists. And any other time it'd be nice and romantic. Gorumi would sure swoon over a fellow willing to fight her and fight for her. And even simple Goro feels the impulse, but answering the question, nah. Any way you slice it, any roads from here are nothing but pain. Kira-chan's the overly sensitive type that will take any pain of the people he loved personally. And anyone Majima loves suffers. It ain't something he's willing to risk.
Yeah, and you don't want to put you oh my god. You don't want no part of my shit, Kiryu-chan.
Majima stammers, feeling his heart sink at the stubborn look of the Dragon of Dojima's face. He knows that look. This isn't your choice to make, Majima-san. Majima. Any other day, he'd guess it physically hurt Kiryu to say his name without an honorific. But he's guessing the man's actually shy.
Don't you got your policeman, lady policeman? For some reason, policeman lady made more sense to me. Whatever. You're not a cheater, are you?
He knows he sounds desperate, because he is.
Am I?
Yes. The dragon's scowl grows. Maybe it's a low blow, trying to get the big lug to examine his own feelings. It's clearly not his forte, and it's obvious he's struggling. Though he's apparently better at it than Majima thought, given that he'd figured out how he felt about his rival. Not that Goro had been sure, but he'd had a feeling, maybe, possibly, if he wasn't looking too hard for things that weren't there. Gorumi was more sure, but she's had a woman's intuition. We're not. Who says that?
No, that is Kiryu.
We're not dating.
Because the author of this properly uses the breaks in paragraph.
Oh yeah, true. Because it's fucking
Yeah.
Part of Majima's surprised, but then Kiryu-chan's not the type to move that quick. Maybe it's just that he assumes he knows everything about the Dragon of Dojima, but the surveillance network's been dismantled simply through lack of use.
Yeah, sure. She might have been all denying and shit. But way she looked at you, she wanted to hop on that dragon tail.
Usually, being crass would be enough to deter the man. His cheeks were turning red, trying to match his shirt, but even flustered, he's trying to pretend like he's not. All in character, but apparently he's more stubborn. stand, he is embarrassed. If he was standing a little further away, he'd probably cross his arms, but he can't do that, with them bracketing Majima's shoulders. Maybe. But you didn't give my life meaning last year. Ooh. It's blunt and waxed over the back of Majima's head like a hammer, making him feel worse. Sure, he'd have to crush and known it, but thought making an ass of himself was enough to keep Kiryu at arm's length. He'd underestimated the man. He opens his mouth to refute that, to tell Kiryu it's a mistake. That now that he's strong, he don't need a stepping stool like Majima anymore. Something like that. Instead, what comes out is a sob. For an instant, they both stared at each other in shock, before Majima crumples, burying his face in the chest he's fantasized about. He's less crying than shaking, which is good because what? Which is good because it.
Okay, I think the it is too much.
Yeah,
So just,
which is good because he'd hate to ruin a good shirt. It takes a few seconds, but Kiryu's arms come up, and they feel as good as he'd thought they would, all strong and protective. I mean, granted, I would love to be hugged by Kiryu. Then I also would be scared he'd fucking crush my bones.
Yeah, I mean, same thing with Ladybeard.
Oh my god, that man, bro. Like, he'd fucking snap your body in half, but that would be worth it.
Absolutely. Can you please German suplex me?
Will?
Dead.
Actually dead. Then again.
I'm pretty sure he wouldn't actually do that because I think that's actually pretty fucking dangerous.
It's probably like there's some suplexes which are fucking dangerous, so you know. Then again, he'd had a clue. Finding someone really gives you an idea of their strength after all. He's not sure how long he stays in that position. It feels safe. Not something he's used to feeling. It's nice, but it also feels worse than a bat to the head because he doesn't feel like he deserves it. Fucking snot in my fucking throat. Anyway.
Wait, hold on. I can remedy this. Hold on.
You can remedy this. What the fuck are you doing, bro?
Get hydrated, bitch.
Wait, what? Oh, great. Luckily I have water. Oh, fuck, the water's almost empty.
Time to get some water. Water.
Water. I was actually shopping earlier today, but didn't get water. I got like one bottle of iced tea. That's it.
Yeah, I shopped way too much again. Paid like $70 again.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was just normal weekly groceries and a few extras.
Normal groceries for $70.
Yeah, for a week.
Fuck yeah, what?
Yeah.
I pay 30 for like 2 weeks, and I can also live like a cheap motherfucker. So what do I know?
That's true.
What do you mean?
You live off of fucking ramen and tap water.
That's a lie. I haven't touched ramen in like 2 months.
Also, like fucking instant noodles of other types, like fucking 1 pot mac and cheese.
No, I'm too lazy for that. I just pop a fucking pizza into the microwave.
Wait, pizza in the microwave? Hold on.
Or in the microwave oven, whatever, bro.
Bro.
Bloody, bruv.
Anyways, there will be.
Anyway, hang on. Then again, it had a clue. Oh, there you go. Ah, there we go. Eventually, though, he manages to speak, and his voice even sounds pretty normal. Comes as a bit of a surprise. He doesn't want to tell Kiryu, of all people, but he's obviously stubborn enough. He's not gonna let this go without a little encouragement.
I'm a dead man walking, Kiryu-chan. Living on borrowed time. Guess it's too late to tell you not to get attached now. But any day the debt comes due. Blah.
Okay, Blade. A 5. Wait, what does he always say? Like a 5?
A 5-3 must pay a price.
Exactly. There you go. The grip on his arms tightens, slightly uncomfortably. But Majima doesn't care. The pain's grounding because he doesn't deserve perfection. He'd been expecting to die so much sooner. But really, Saejima was the type to wait out his sentence following the rules. Weird for a guy in their profession, but his kyodai sure wasn't the norm, and Majima was glad of it. Ooh, sorry.
Damn.
That one came from the heart, bro.
From the soul.
From the soul. You're not sick? He asked. Sun concern chilling the warmth, and Goro shivers slightly. But waves
Nah.
off the question anyhow.
Nah, those are easy. Question of money or contracts, I'm covered.
It suddenly occurs to him that Nishiki wasn't, and he silently high-fives his brain for not actually bringing the patriarch up. Because as much as he wants to drive Kiri away, the whole point of the exercise is to not hurt his big, selfless heart.
Aww.
Ah. Oh yeah, I forgot Nishiki's fucking dead.
Don't worry, he comes back later, Kappa.
Enrique's also fucking dead.
Everybody's dead.
Oh yeah, I should have picked out one with Rikia as well.
No.
But, you know. Because they had a very gay moment in that fucking couples bar. That was interesting.
Damn.
Yeah, you missed a fucking genius cutscene. If the big hunk of a man keeps absent-mindedly massaging the back of Majima's neck, though, he's gonna relax way too much and pass the hell out. Is there anything I can do? Majima swallows. He longs to say yes, longs to give Kiryu promises he can't keep. Just like one way too long ago.
Nah, betrayed Kyodai.
He feels rather than sees the Yakuza flinch, and realizes the second too late his mistake. Congratulated himself too early. He freezes still. Feels wrong for himself and for Kiryu-chan, it seems. Because he feels big, gentle if strong, fingers lift his chin to meet a determined gaze. You didn't do it on purpose. You're a man of your word, Majima. That almost hurts worse, because logically, he's known that this entire time. Emotionally, less so.
Don't matter, a man's gonna do the shit he said.
Or he isn't a man at all, Nissan. It takes Majima a moment to place that Kiryu-chan's quoting, given that his vocal inflection doesn't change all that much. I promised Haruka I'd keep her safe. I promised Nishiki we'd be together to the end. Majima opens his mouth and immediately closes it. The obvious thing is to say, it ain't your fault, Kiryu-chan, and immediately he sees the dragon's point. Likewise, he sees he's messed up for an entirely different reason than he thought. Accidentally bringing up Nishiki, because the Southern man isn't going to give up now.
Don't wanna be just another lover in your life that dies. Like Nishiki.
Like Nishiki or Rikia.
You deserve better, Kiryu-chan.
He's aware his voice is soft. Soft like that marshmallow he accused Kiryu-chan of being. But if anyone deserves that softness, it's this man. That is true. Kiryu deserves... Yeah. This man has been through so much pain. Like every new Yakuza game that comes out, he just gets tortured more and more. It's unreal. It's like that fucking furry comic, bro. It just gets tortured every fucking episode. Like, Jesus Christ.
Wait, what furry comic are you referring to?
The one with like that fucking bully, with the fucking...
Oh yeah, oh god, fur just want to be friends or something like that.
Yeah, exactly that one. Like Jesus Christ, just gets bullied every single time they come up on screen. That's the same with fucking Kiryu. It's just like, oh great, there he is. He's got to get tortured again, ain't he?
Yeah. It'll still happen. It's your turn.
It'll still happen. If what you're saying is true, you're still going to die, and I'll still. He doesn't finish his sentence. Deep voice, thick with emotion. He doesn't usually show it. Hell, half the time it doesn't seem like he knows how he's feeling. But it seems easy enough now. Probably something to do with the depth of feeling.
Yeah, should have just steered clear. Yeah, last year. Oh, I hate this fucking dialect. Or fucking, what's it called? Slang?
It's slang.
Yeah.
Clear area.
Then your pretty little heart wouldn't be aching like this, all for little old me.
He's interrupted before he can finish that what if, though. Kiryu's voice is flat, like he doesn't particularly care for this specific pity party. I'd be dead, Majima. Haruka would be dead. I don't even want to think about what would have happened to the Tojo clan. The Dragon of Dojima must have turned his thinking brain on today.
For once.
For one. Or rather, it's far more likely that he's thought about all of this, time and time again. Too many times to count. He's also, any angle the former patriarch looks at it, entirely correct. If he'd stayed that fresh out of jail weekling, 10 years in enjoyment, you a fucking pussy. He would have been dead, possibly even in some back alley to mug us or something. Not the way a guy like him should go, which leads only one conclusion.
Destiny's a steel-toed bitch.
That earns a soft dragon smile, slightly wistful. Is he thinking about... Is he thinking about Gormy? He'd definitely been good at playing along. Wait, he hadn't just been playing along, had he? A voice that sounds like a certain hostess whispers, "Told ya!" because she's a smartass even to herself. Dragon stubbornly returns to a different line of thought. With how persistent he can be, you'd think he was the dog in this whole situation.
Is this? No, yeah. Wait, hold on. Yeah, this would be Kiryu, no? Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking do a fucking geometry shenanigans, just math just to find out who's speaking.
Yeah.
You weren't going to tell me. He sounds disappointed. Majima shrugs a little, aware it'll be communicated more through touch than sight.
No point. No like you can swoop in and save me from the Reaper. Hell times or I'll forget. What the fuck is that sentence?
I don't know. Is that just That's just fucking...
No, it's like the stuttering like,
No, I meant the music. Is that just fucking sampled Kingdom Hearts? The fucking sampled Final Fantasy?
Wait, hold on. Sounds like either, yeah.
Actually, no, it's the Final... No, it's the fucking, fairy fucking pool from Zelda. Maybe. I don't know, whatever. I know I shouldn't ask, but Majima, can you promise you'll do your best to stay alive, at least until then? He disengages, and if the mad dog's eye ain't playing tricks, reluctant. With the way he casually puts his hands in his pockets, it's almost as if nothing had happened, which hurts a little. But pain isn't new. Damn! His arms already feel colder, but that, too, is that little arm pinch that says this is reality. Though there's significantly more liquid on that shirt than Majima had thought, which means his eye been leaking without his permission, and it should know just as well as Nishida what happens with insubordination.
I'll try, as long as you promise me something in return, Kiryu-chan!
He already feels the mad lyrical tone slipping into place, like he's the one wearing the Hanya mask. Well, he had. To be fair, just like all the attention-getting stunts last year, he'd done just that. But it feels different than all this. The little things that separate Majima Goro from the mad dog Ishimano. Kiryu nods. All this attention and seriousness focused on Majima. It's cute. You could say that, but there's a different path now. The path of the least pain. They'll find it together. Maybe. Oh, they won't, and Kiryu-chan just gotta keep serving his life's punching bag. But either way, all they can do is what they can do. No reason to wish for the impossible.
I know I was teasing earlier, but give the lady cop a chance. I just want to see a happy Kiryu-chan. And she's your type. Feisty, strong, could lay out in a flat minute.
He winks, and the dragon smirks. You can stop complimenting yourself anytime now, Majima-san. Damn! Smooth. Sheesh. Majima, because every part of him is a contradictory bastard, is slightly upset at the sudden distance of the honorific. Would love to be called just Majima again, or even Goro or Goromi, but he shoves that aside. Later, he'll break down again. Later, this will hurt. But for now, it feels like the best solution for a terrible situation. His voice is light and airy, and it ain't even all an act.
Ain't gonna happen, Kiryu-chan, so we got a deal or what?
After a moment, Kira reaches out to shake his hand, Western style. Western style! And Goro cackles in delight, doing so with enthusiasm. It's probably a little too strong, a little too forceful, but like Majima's ever cared about any of that. Other people just need a better pain tolerance, seriously. That's yours.
Oh yeah. Still full of surprises even after all this time. You're a goddamn miracle, Kiryu-chan!
He waves a leather-clad hand at the man and walks off whistling. He's not wrong. He cries again over this later. Don't hurt as much as a disappointed glare when he winds up fighting the whole damn Sengoku family himself and ends up in the clinic again. Or the pain he feels on Kiryu-chan's behalf when the lady cop goes and chooses her own career, cause shit. He can't even be mad at her. Even if she's breaking Kiryu-chan's heart, plenty of women can't manage to even get where she was before this all started. Never mind foreign-born ladies. Even when it cuts real deep. Destiny's definitely a bitch, though.
Yeah.
Chapter 2, throwing a pity party. Woo!
We made it.
Oh, is this just a goon? Oh, it's Niche.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's fucking...
Niche.
What's
Yeah.
it fucking...
The construction worker, I already looked him up, yeah.
Oh, it's a construction worker, okay. Who's this man?
Nishito Shinji.
I thought it was fucking Shinji, but nah, Shinji fucking died in Yakuza 1.
Yeah, so I guess you're doing the goon because the other one is...
Yeah,
what?
I'm doing the goon.
Yeah, okay.
So, Bart, Kiryu-chan being in town is nice, isn't it? Much of us boys might be known for being balls out crazy, and some would look at Nishita and think he's the odd man out. But I don't rest there bother him when he's in a good mood like this. Sure, even Nishita steers clear when he's at the batting cages, but still, it's not as if those brass balls ever change either. Oopsie.
Balls.
The biggest balls of them all.
No.
Even what they'd first met, he'd been polite but stubborn, refusing to take no for an answer, even while insisting the injured obvious Yakuza come along with a quiet, mousy businessman for first aid. Even at knife point, he'd been terrified out of his wits, but still wasn't willing to back down. And his skills weren't half bad, an accident-prone mother, he explains, which could be the truth or could be an attempt to talk around a possibly abusive father. A slight hitch in the voice could be an indication, but it's not enough evidence for Majima to decide. The stubborn insistence in doing the right thing, even at the threat of one's own life, soon sees Nishita climbing the ranks. For whatever reason, the businessman just appears in the Majima family offices the next morning, not so calm determination keeping him firmly in place even when surrounded by menacing Yakuza. He'd insisted on speaking to Majima, who had been completely unaware of the drama unfolding. When he finally waltzes in, Nishita explains that he's quit his job and he hopes Majima will take good care of him, and bows.
Oh, I'll take good care of him, Nishita, as will my boys, right? Boys?
Boys! Fortunately, he's drilled into them proper manners because the affirmative is immediate and strong. It's not that Nishita doesn't have a good sense to feel fear. He does. Often, and when he's feeling particularly feisty, sarcastically almost under his breath. But not so quietly that Majima doesn't catch it. He just doesn't let that stop him, which is how he carves his way up the ladder. Kiryu-chan doesn't feel that fear. At least, if he does, he never shows it. But they still speak the same language of the reckless, goody-good types, and he's not the type to mess with Kiryu-chan, which is a good portion of the reason he's signed as the point of contact for the ex-Yakuza. Unfortunately, other side effects of that assignment include Nishita's feeling a connection, a sympathy to the ex-chairman. And while he'd gone along with everything, the dress shopping, the zombie flash mob, with surprising enthusiasm even, he'd gotten maybe a little too much insight into Majima's feelings on the subject. Majima snarls, every nerve raw.
Think you know everything, do you?
The man shifts. No, but everyone misses him. He's adorable with Haruka, of course, and we hope he's happy. Just that much is enough to deflate Majima's anger, like so much puffed up air.
Yeah, we do. And he's better off not here, because he's always miserable when he is.
Damn. The man walks over and puts a hand on Majima's shoulder, within knife reach, the poor bastard. Well, he's always happy to see you. He is, too much, and that's the problem. His words wound like a knife, too, but the patriarch deliberately doesn't flinch. Instead, he smirks.
It's because I bashed his head one too many times.
Nishta sees through it, because Nishta always sees through it. But to hell with that. Nishta's throwing a pity party now? Maybe he'd been doing that too much himself. Hand me the phone. I want to call that supplier again. Ask him if there's still a plan on being stubborn. His second doesn't argue. Though it's not like he's dropping the point either. Man's just that stubborn. He hands over the phone as requested for the moment though. That was a short one. Chapter 3, Uncomfortable Conversations. Oh boy. Oh boy. Majima rubs his remaining eye. Curious little lady remains stubbornly in place. Could be a fever dream. He's fairly certain he forgot to eat his morning. Forgot to eat this morning. Sorry, this morning. Eat the morning. Eat the entire morning. Eat time. Just eat time. Just eat time like you're a fucking King Crimson.
King Crimson.
Forgot to eat this morning, he decides. Assuming it's Monday. No, wait. He had that meeting on Monday. Probably yesterday, which means it's probably Tuesday because he's got something on his calendar Wednesday. And even if he doesn't remember, Nishita does. Besides, he remembers something about Kiryu-chan sending her back to the orphanage to be safe for as long as he's still dealing with the shit from Yomi. He starts to turn away. The insistent, strong tug on his sleeve says otherwise. Sure, she might still be a hallucination, but she ain't one of the stars in his usual show. Especially the ones that touch him. Don't ignore me, she demands. Might as well humor her, brain bug or not.
You're a long way from home,
He states conversationally.
And a construction site ain't exactly the sort of place a young lady should be, let alone down here.
She narrows her eyes at him. Until even he half feels like he's questioning his own logic. I wore a helmet, she says simply, and that's reasoning right out of Kiryu's book. It's a child's helmet, though it looks like it's meant for use around bikes and not heavy power equipment. And I'm really good at gambling. That's a lie, she No, I remember her in fucking Kiwami one where she told me to fucking she fucked me over. For a moment, they just stare at each other. Goro can't quite decide if the surreal little detail means this is definitely the hallucination, or if it's so ridiculous it can only be reality.
You can take care of yourself. You can take of. I swear to God. You can take care of yourself if they want to work out their humiliation on you.
This is what he settles on. It's a good enough reminder without being too graphic. Oh. It's a response. It pretty much says it all anyway. Then she shakes her head, like she's catching cobwebs just like him, and points her finger menacingly at him. Oh shit. It's actually kind of hilarious that he actually does feel vaguely intimidated because Majima doesn't do intimidation. Never mind the number one gal at that tiny yet homey little cabaret club that probably doesn't even exist anymore. Oh, that's a reference. Stop trying. Oh, so sorry.
No, that's her.
Oh yeah. Stop trying to distract me. I forgave you. Shit, she's already starting to talk like him. If Kiryu-chan ain't the father, and the timing's just wrong for that, Majima ain't forgotten the dragon's not so little stint in the clink. It's so ridiculous how much she's inherited from him already. And then you went and made him hurt again. Damn. Majima frowned. Okay, sure, he got and had their Coliseum fight, but Sadly, he wasn't even on the top 5 guys Kiryu-chan had fought recently in terms of frequency. He'd hoped to make an honorable mention for quality, but there's Brain Ghost doing dumb shit again.
I didn't even stab him this time. Your uncle's strong, kid.
And fast. Fast enough to just get out of reach, leaving poor old Goro behind. Just like Haruka frowns too. Frowns harder than him, which is fair. With a dad like Kiryu-chan, adoptive or not, she has to have been practicing. I didn't mean a physical wound. You made his heart hurt. Ooh. Ooh. Wait, what? Shit. The fear and panic dawns on him like those suckers in zombie movies. It's just like them. He's gonna die too. Because of all the people he want to know about that, she's last on the list. Probably right next to her dad.
I'm gonna stab Nishtia for real this time.
Least a little backstabbing traitor can do is die alongside him. Her eyes flashed at the mention of the name. Oh, so you're not reasonable. Sorry if you're not reasonable, I should talk Nishita-san. Got it. He groans, but it's pretty clear that she wasn't lying about the gambling if she even exists. That's some poker talent there. He collapses theatrically into a chair, letting out a long sigh, doing the fucking Shinji
yeah.
chair meme.
Wish I could choose anything else, kid, but my hands are tied.
He continues under his breath, trying to make sure she doesn't hear.
Story of my damn life. Suddenly he's a western fucking cowboy.
Yeehaw! The way she narrows her eyes at him, he's not entirely sure she didn't hear him. Are you being blackmailed? She asks finally, thoughtful. You can see how she would get there. Fancy and impressive as this office is, it's unfortunate there's no second chair for the lady. Or, wait. Bring a chair to the office now, he emails Nishita. He laces together his fingers. You could confess everything now, like some screwed up church visit. But ain't that too much to dump on a little kid?
Yeah, sure, you wanna know? Some shit you can't no. Fuck.
And she knows exactly what that means. Unlike most people twice her age, unfortunately. She crosses her arms, thinking, and nods.
Alright, but you got a pinky swear they ain't gonna leave this room. Man's gotta keep some pride.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. She rolls her eyes, but goes along with it anyway, as they treat the tiny handshake as solemnly as the Yakuza oath.
Short story, your dad deserves commitment, not just another person in his life that's gonna drop dead.
I mean, man's got a point. He sighs again.
Be easy enough to claim that I ain't the type, with a failed marriage under my belt, and everything, but that ain't it. I ain't sick, but I'm gonna die sooner or later.
Are you letting them kill you rather than Uncle Kaz? She wonders out loud, and, well, ain't quite right, but...
Keep making mistakes and hurting people. Damn, he really is a cowboy.
And hurting people, he explains. She leans in, staring into his eyes suspiciously. Which is then, of course, when Nishita walks in with a chair. He's used to all sorts of things, but even then does a little bit of a stutter step when he sees what's going on.
Get the lady her order.
He barks, mostly for reprieve. Mostly for reprieve as his nervous lieutenant takes a burger order. She briefly considers then by the list she gives. Has decided that a bunch of orphans are eating on his dime tonight too. He waves Nishita on. That's fair enough. Dying only makes more people hurt. It doesn't solve anything. She insists. When Nishita's out of the room, he appreciates her waiting, but doesn't think she's given up on blackmail as a backup plan.
There's 2 people in this world that'd do anything they asked.
He could just come out and say it. Let her know about Saejima. But the last thing in the word he wants is for Kiryu-chan to try to protect him against Saejima. Because what one or both would probably end up dead.
If I'd met Kiryu-chan first, maybe things would have been different.
I mean, you technically did meet him first. You just,
Yeah.
you know. She sits, but she's still staring at him, thoughtful, gaze piercing. So, if a person doesn't ask for you to die, you won't? He's pretty sure Haruka-chan would merely unnerve his sworn brother, but if she managed to find up and team up with Yasuko, well, the two of them would send the whole of the Tojo and Omi running, somehow.
We promised.
He wants her. Shit, like that's binding. It ain't the first time recently he'd wished Sayajima would just have hurried up and done the job before anyone, like Kiryu-chan, would have gone and gotten too attached. She beams, but she ain't mistaken. That's a definitive battle aura behind her eyes. I'm really good at gambling, she reminds them, before she takes out one of those handheld gaming consoles.
This is gonna go wrong.
Probably secondhand, given how scuffed it is. And proceeds to ignore him entirely, swinging her feet. Waiting on food, probably, and it ain't been since Shimano he's felt so thoroughly dismissed. Still, there's a glimmer of hope, and he hasn't expected that.
Experience.
Oh, and I fucking. Whoa, my eyes just.
Are you okay? Which tells him, much as it hurts, she said experience. Oh wait, no. Yeah. Go on. Little bit more. Little bit more.
I haven't tasted a bit for a good long time. It turns out that one of the burgers and fries is for him, which tells him, much as it hurts, she's had experience with ex-Yakuza stubbornly refusing to eat, and as much as for motivation to fix things as her father. Chapter 4, Reconsidering Promises. Oh wow, that was just like, wow, that's a tiny ass chapter.
Damn.
Saejima hadn't expected to see the little lady again after what he'd done. He'd seen her and grabbed her arm, remembering his little sister he hasn't seen in a while, hoping she's safe. He'd hurt her, he thinks, not letting go of her arm as he refused to let go, at least for a moment. Until he realized what he'd been doing. But she was there, patient, waiting. Keeping an eye on him despite her father's warnings. Childish desire to trust him, warring with the bruise on the little girl's arm. She sighs and crosses her arms, frowning at him in an expression mimicking her father's. It's certainly more effective from him, but he can't say he isn't intimidated by a little girl, given that he has no damn idea what he's doing. You know Majima-san, don't you? She finally asked, and he thought, hold on. Oh, that's the man I don't even know.
Tiger.
Oh, it's the guy okay, cool. That explains why the fucking... wow, okay. Never mind. Sayuma's a completely different person. I thought it was the cop. No, it's not. It's the big man. Is he in Yakuza? Wait, he wasn't Zero? Whatever.
Yeah. I remember him faintly.
I completely forgot him. From the face, I thought he was like the fucking massage man who got blown up in the car bomb, but that ain't it.
No, that was... Oh god, what the fuck was his name?
I don't remember.
Yeah, whatever.
She finally asked, and he's startled, surprised that some random little girl knows his name. He doesn't have to say anything, that he's already given away the fact that he knows the name of the man who betrayed him.
I guess I take over him?
Oh, no, that's me.
Yeah, okay.
He said he made a mistake, one he expects to die for. She continues, settling in, like that, or having a conversation with Majima. True, he's a softie, even if he'd demand a fight if Saejima dared say so, but he's a surprised little girl let an obvious Yakuza get away and get anywhere near her. Then again, this Kiryu-san looks like Yakuza, or ex-Yakuza really, too, so maybe she's just used to this kind of thing.
Yeah, that's you, I think.
Oh yeah. Cross my heart and hope to die. Stick a needle in my eye. Soromura-chan repeats, the childish rhyme sending a shiver up Saejima's spine as he pictures a horror movie Gojo would coo over.
Also, that's not how the Japanese rhyme goes.
True.
Wait, no, let me. Japanese pinky promise was.
Was something like 1,000 needles or some shit?
Pinky swear whoever lies will be made to swallow 1,000 needles, but there was more to it.
Right.
Pinky bow bell. Whoever tells a lie will sink down to the bad place and will never rise again. That's a different one. What was that? That's also a good one though.
Yeah.
Pinky promise, sharp penalties in Japan, yeah. I want the full thing. Where is it? Maybe I have to look for the actual right. Hold on.
Look for the actual ring.
Breaking a pinky promise cannot be excused. Blah, blah, blah. Pinky promise: if I lie, I will drink 1,000 needles and cut my pinky. Yeah, there was like a different translation for it, but that's probably that's pretty accurate.
Fair.
Anyways,
You can do. I think you have the last sentence.
is it? Close my. Yeah,
Ah!
Majima-san already did that part, so maybe you don't have to get. Oh wait, no, that's actually no. Would that not be Haruka?
Whatever.
We did it anyways.
Her father calls for her, and she smiles apologetically at him, and then runs to the other room. She never explains further. Chapter 5: Living to Die. Ooh.
Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways. Anyways, go ahead, finish it. I ain't about to stop ya. Bleh.
Oh god, this is a big spoiler, but this is big spoiler shenanigans. But let's just hope it ain't real.
Yeah. I don't think it probably is.
Goro bares his neck for Saejima, dropping the dagger, an invitation to kill. And Saejima, that stupid nursery rhyme and the way Goro moves like he's had that eye patch for years, and the panic look on the faces of the hardened Yakuza as they tried to dive out of the way they died, all passed through Saejima's mind. Though he couldn't kill a man for information to get here. Broke down in front of a crowd baying for blood. The anger, the betrayal, and the anger betrayal that had been fueling him this far. The thought of seeing this strange new Goro lifeless beneath his hands, which so far have only been good for causing pain. He comes to himself slowly, Goro alternating between very enthusiastic descriptions of flicks he's seen since they talked last, but avoiding horror, even though it's his favorite genre, and asking him to look around and describe the familiar old playground or to match his breathing. He doesn't make Saejima feel like he's keeping his oath brother waiting. Just pauses long enough to check before continuing. With shame, Saejima realizes Goro's moved him back from a pool of vomit.
That ain't right.
He states thickly. Throat's still not right and still shaky, nodding in its direction in hope Goro still knows how to talk with him. It almost makes him smile when Goro waves it off right away.
Ain't the first time I've done the same. A time or two. I'll just have a few of my boys clean up and give him a little cash.
Almost, because it ain't right to have someone else do it, even if he ain't making the poorer employees suffer.
Goro.
He starts, trying to get up and feeling even more humiliated when he's too weak.
Listen to the patriarch now.
Goro cackles playfully, getting up and walking over to the old, familiar Tanto, putting it away somewhere.
Don't mean you're weak. You know Kiryu-chan got something still. Marshmallows, sure, but I ain't all too familiar with old Goro or even Goro meat oh, wait. Yeah, these days. Mad Dog of Shimano, Majima, now there's a familiar beast.
For the much improved full accent, through the fake cheer, Goro can hide the undercurrent of sadness, of longing. Not from Saejima. Seems of every word coming from his mouth, Saejima has 10 more questions. The only thing he manages right now, though, is...
Goro?
Goro? Goro will probably tell him eventually, and Saejima is pretty good at being patient.
No, you skipped one.
Wait, oh fuck. Ah! A dark, slightly broken look in Goro's remaining eye as he finally meets Saejima's gaze, shakes his head.
I don't wanna know, bro. I just know how it is all.
Goro will probably tell him eventually, and Saejima is pretty good at being patient.
So, what's up with the little lady Savamura-chan?
Saejima asks, and Majima outright cackles in delight. Suddenly he can see them knowing each other, if not outright being friends.
Tell you what, if her dad wouldn't kick my ass, and if she didn't deserve better, I'd snatch her and Yasuko up for her family in a heartbeat. Little lady's got the skills to face down-grown Yakuza.
At some point they'll talk about the hit, the missing eye, why Majima had met him, but eventually that seems a lot less urgent. Instead, Goro rambles. Saejima watches the animated, fond way Goro talks about this Kiryu-chan fella, hands empathizing every point with gusto. He remembers, maybe even more strongly than Goro, given the strange way time passes in prison, how Goro was when he'd gotten a crush on his oath brother. How nervous he was when he came out, the weird way he'd taken rejections pretty well, all things told, and how later on, when he'd gotten comfortable again, how he'd gotten crass about the guys and the gals. No remarks about his notable features here. Nothing.
So you're in deep.
He interrupts. And Goro? Goro is blushing. Saejima's pretty sure he's never seen Goro flush. Goro maybe. But with the help of makeup. But never Goro on his own. He'd made a habit of trying to make Saejima blush, or scandalize him, but the other way around? Maybe Saejima's forgotten things, but that seems so strange to remember something like that.
You met him, you know him, he's smart up.
Goro won't meet his gaze again.
You sleep together or what?
He asks, because Goro's been through some real depressing shit since then, and he deserves to be happy, and from what little Saejima got to see, this Kiryu-san seemed like a pretty good guy. Goro snorts and shakes his head, staring into the distance with a soft smile at memories Saejima can't see.
Was planning my life around you, killing me. It break his heart.
Saejima's heart aches. It's so matter of fact, it's clear whatever happened, it hadn't been Goro's choice.
What now? Kyudai?
Goro blinks, as if the question had never occurred to him.
Got no clue? Been planning my funeral so long, got no idea what to do with an after. Still, matter of fact, still unbothered by the thought of his. Oh wait, that's. Yeah, no, that's you.
Oh, fucking double chat.
Yeah.
Still, matter of fact, still unbothered by the thought of his death, because he thought he deserved it.
Though I got a clue where to start. Way I figure it, the hit was a whole setup to begin with.
Getting to the heart of things, huh? The break had been nice, a reminder that no matter the changes Goro was still there, but in the end he'd broken out for revenge. Only it turns out it wasn't against his old brother like he thought.
What do you know, Kyodai?
He asked. And in the same serious tone, Goro begins his story.
Also, you're actually pretty lucky that this site allows you to mark things, because I've recently browsed through some fanfiction stuff on like fanfiction.net or whatever it's called.
Oh god!
And you cannot mark anything. Reading there's a pain.
What do you mean you can't mark things?
No, literally, like, maybe I can show? Yeah, I can probably show. Hold on.
The hell?
Gonna just quickly do this.
Also, I think this is the last chapter, by the way, is it? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you should see my screen.
Yeah.
So see this?
Yeah.
I cannot mark anything.
Oh god, what is this?
Even if I press like Control A, nothing happens.
Oh, this is fucked up.
It's messed up.
That's weird. Chapter 6, A Better Promise. Goro considers shuffling, trying to hide, maybe making a fight out of this, but he's just so tired. The waves are probably hypnotic, lulling him into a false sense of security. And Kiryu, he sure would have none of it. From the way his frown deepened slightly, he's probably concerned about Goro's leather pants getting ruined, which is absolutely adorable. Things he worries about. He sits and puts his feet in the water too, within reach but not so close as the crowd, trying to come up with the perfect words, the perfect way to ask. The patriarch considers playing oblivious, but nah, that'd take effort and Kiryu would have none of that either. He'd find his words eventually, and Goro wasted enough of the dragon's Dojima's time before now.
Yeah, ain't gotta ask. It was Seijima.
We didn't fail him, he states. Gentle knives sharp as a scalp. Majima shakes his head abruptly. Kiryu continues because he's not put off. How could he be? He's seen the absolute worst of Majima and came back for more. These days, the patriarch couldn't probably shake the ex-Yakuza if he tried. You didn't.
Oh, wait, oh, is it Kiryu? No, this would be Majima, I think.
No, it's because I reiterated that part.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You didn't. It was his choice to let you live. You made sure he had something to come back to. That ceremony said enough. In an unfortunate bit of parallel, Majima's breath hitches, because yeah, he'd sacrificed and sacrificed and sacrificed some more. It was never enough. Never, not for anyone. And yet what one tiger hadn't considered a fit meal, another had deemed it adequate. The dragon slows, stilts, panicking about what to do. Probably, but slowly, patiently, he holds out a hand, like one would approach a beaten dog. Majima eyes it, uncertain.
I ain't one for the slow life, you know this, Kiryu-chan!
It's quiet and soft, and just an echo of his usual tone. His heart skips a beat when Kiryu smiles. It means enough that you care, enough to try. Thank you, not just for this, for everything. I don't think I've said it enough.
You really are the softest marshmallow in the whole world, Kazuma.
Goro accepts the hand, leaning into that strong muscular shoulder like he's longed to do. At some point, he won't be able to help but to He won't be able to help but to yap, to bite, and the world, so unfair, will return. But right here, right now, this is enough. Hey, there you go. Oh, that was adorable. That was a bit adorable. All right.
Alrighty.
Have some water.
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 Boil water.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Damn, the attacks of this are pretty disappointing.
Pretty tame, yeah.
Tooth rotting fluff.
Oh yeah, I think this one plays during Dead Souls for some reason.
Interesting.
Like the fucking zombie game.
That explains the tooth rotting.
Oh, hey, Pluto!
So, the previous one was the longest one, right? So, the rest are gonna be short.
Yeah, from what I have here, this one's medium to long, the other one's medium, the other one's short to medium. So I guess I give it another like hour or some shit, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, I see. This one's again going to be figuring out who says what.
Yep. Hold on. Okay, I got this.
Oh yeah, this is short.
This is, yeah. All right. Promise me by peppermint latte. The first thing Kiryu did after the dust had settled and he'd thoroughly checked Haruka over was take the helicopter Asagi was riding, pick her up, and take her straight out of the quarantine. Haruka hadn't wanted to leave since it was obvious he was going with her.
I guess this is Kiryu. Yeah.
There's just one thing I have to do first, but I'm heading straight out. I promise. I'll meet you outside the quarantine zone as soon as I can. Haruka's expression strengthened. He had always been proud of her quiet strength and all that she had borne again and again. Come back safe, Oji-san. He gave her a nod and stepped away from the helicopter door. Sagi slid close and he stepped several paces further away so it could take off from the roof. He watched it for a few moments before turning and heading for the stairs. Akiyama had climbed on board the helicopter, but Ryuji had not. Wait, Ryuji's still... I mean, yeah, dead soul.
Yeah, that's it.
Because Ryuji's clearly fucking dead.
Why'd you stay behind?
Yes, when Kiryu made his way down from the roof, what remained of the top floor. Oh, that's Ryuji. Okay, cool. I've got a friend I need to check on who's in the quarantine zone. That's all. He brushed past Ryuji. It was harder to look at him now. The worst of things was over. Kiryu didn't know how to reconcile with the fact that Ryuji was even alive. But Ryuji didn't follow him into the stairwell, nor did he find Kiryu before he made his way out of the building. It was dark as hell out, and Kiryu could tell this was far from the safest time to be out in the open in the quarantine zone, so he flipped open his phone as quietly as possible started to move. Pick up, Oni-san, he cursed. It wasn't until he heard the call connect that he realized it was a miracle he even had service. He certainly hadn't earlier.
This is Majima Goro. Don't bother to leave a message unless the world is fucking over.
Kiryu wondered if Majima had had time to change it to that since all the shit started. He slid the phone closed and simply moved towards Kawarucha Hills, since that was the last place he saw the other man. He was taking a long and convoluted route, of course, thanks to all the barricades and debris. When he felt an internal ping, it reminded him starkly of being stalked through these streets in 2005. Kiryu had always assumed he'd simply come to pick up on the sound of Majima's shoes at a distance or something like that. That's how he'd begun knowing where Majima was, and when the man was within several hundred meters of him. The strange skill had faded away after he'd left Kamurocho, which lent itself to that theory. But he hadn't forgotten the feeling, and it was definitely what this was. He didn't question its re-emergence, and instead turned sharply, following the internal tug until it led him to a destroyed sauna. Where would Majima... There was some zombies around, so he didn't dare call out. He'd largely exhausted his ammo earlier, and had only been able to find little on the way here. It was truly kind of horrifying how the district had been largely picked clean in just a few days of chaos. He crept inside the place, squinting through the darkness. There was a light down what was probably once the reception hall, and he realized it was getting noticeably warmer as he crept towards it. All signs pointed in his favor, so he quietly called out quietly. Majima no Oni-san? He didn't allow himself to entertain the possibility that he was giving his position away to a turned Majima. He wouldn't believe that was Majima's fate until he saw it. There was a scuffle from the door, which Kiryu had nearly reached, and a shadow blotted out the light spilling from the room for a moment. Once Kiryu was only a few steps away, he tried again. Kiryu, are you here? Are you in there, Oni-san? He stepped through the door, and his hackles raised quickly enough for him to duck the gun that shot where his chest would have been. His ears rang as he rode to the side to get a look at his attacker. It was Majima, and nothing but a towel. A strange sight, but Kiryu didn't let that distract him. He whipped towards to disarm him before he could kill Kiryu. Majima didn't let go of the gun, attempting to butt into Kiryu's head instead, which Kiryu barely stepped back from. Majima, stop! Majima froze and it actually took him in. Kiryu noticed how red his eye still was, and how deep the circle underneath it was too. His eye didn't look crazed, it looked unfocused and flighty. He was sleep deprived and jumping at any sound that could be a zombie. Kiryu managed to wrestle the gun away in this momentary distraction. Majima tried to fight it. I'm not a zombie. Kiryu tried, stating the obvious to bring some semblance of control to the situation, and then his brain caught up and flooded with relief. You're not a zombie either, despite what you said. That seemed to finally be enough for Majima to pull himself together.
Nah, not yet anyway. Maybe it's just taking a while with me, I don't know. What are you doing here, Kiryu-chan? How do you know where I was?
Kiryu snorted. Whenever he was had trouble finding each other in the city. They're like stand users, they just magically attracted to each other.
Yeah.
Majima cracked a grin, though it lacked its usual energy.
True that. Didn't answer my other question though.
Nikaido's dead. All this is military's problem now. Nothing else to be done. I came to find you in case, Kiryu said.
Oh, you were gonna keep your promise. That's just like you.
Majima responded. I wanted to know if you were okay. Should have known it would take more than a zombie virus to take you down, Kiryu sighed.
Don't get too excited too quickly, Kiryu-chan. I might still turn. I came in here to try and sweat it out, you know. All it's been doing is unblocking my sinuses. Not that I'm complaining about that.
But, but people turn straight away, don't they? I've seen it once already. You were bit hours ago. Kiryu argued.
Yesterday, actually.
I don't think you're turning. It was definitely one of them that bit you. Kiryu asked.
You think I don't know the difference between a zombie biting me and a dog or something?
Majima whisper shouted, mindful of not attracting zombies. But none of this makes any sense. Kiryu tried to de-escalate before they could end up with a horde at the door.
Yeah, I've been trying to figure that one out. The G's that chomped on me to be pushing 80 unless turning into a zombie just made him dead ugly.
Majima stopped to think. Then Majima sneezed. Come on, fake a sneeze.
Achoo!
Nissan, it's hay fever season, Kiryu said slowly.
Eh? Sure, I guess so. Why's that matter?
You have allergies.
What the fuck is this turn of events?
You have allergies, by the way.
Oh, you're right. This does kind of feel like what it's like when I forget to take my medication to make that shit go away. I haven't had the chance to think about that once since all this shit started, but the bite.
Majima paused and then looked down at his wrapped arm. He slowly removed the bandage to reveal the wound. It was angry looking, but it wasn't all that deep really. Majima probably should get medical care for it, but Kiryu had enough experience to know he'd be alright in the long run if he didn't. He'd just end up with a not insignificant scar.
Son of a bitch.
Majima whispered as he stared at his own arm. Huh? Kiryu responded.
That old fuck. He was very dentures. Didn't realize it until just now.
Majima said halt.
That doesn't work though, because like in zombie shit, most of the time it's like the fucking spit that actually gets it. Like obviously it's not just a bite, so it still would have happened with that wound.
True.
But maybe I'm just applying too much logic to fanfiction.
Oh, Kiryu didn't know what to say. He also had the urge to hug Majima, which was something he'd never done before and probably never considered risking before. With the insanity surrounding them and how unreal this all felt, he decided to throw caution to the wind and pulled the other man into a hug. His suit jacket immediately getting damp from Majima's wet, naked chest.
Well,
He flared momentarily before registering the hug for what it was, and after a moment's hesitation hugged back. Majima pulled back quickly and Kiryu let him go.
every time I think I can't get any softer, Kiryu-chan.
Next time we have to remember our promise. Only we are allowed to kill each other. Damn. Majima looked at him knowingly. The words, the actions, their meaning simmered under the surface, the way it always had. The way it had remained just barely unsaid and indirectly acknowledged ever since the declaration from Majima. Kiryu understood the promise for what it was. Neither of them were killers.
Kiryu never kills anybody.
I mean, Kiryu never killed anyone, but it was a promise not to die before each other. Standing in a tiny pocket of the world that was already over, knowing that he likely wouldn't be returning to Kamurocho after this for a very long time, if ever, had Kiryu deciding to do something even riskier than a hug. He decided to act on those things concealed just underneath the surface. He decided to reach out and pull Majima into a kiss. Here we go. Majima didn't kiss back, and Kiryu pulled away after a long awkward second. He didn't fear that he'd miscalculated what had happened between them. No, that was certain. What? No, that he was certain about. What the fuck? But he'd miscalculated Majima's willingness to acknowledge and act on it, and that made his heart twinge in disappointment.
Kiryu-chan.
Sorry, Kiryu wasn't Ah, damn it, yeah. Kiryu wasn't sure what he was going to say, but was safe from figuring it out by Majima pulling him in for a second kiss. There you go! This time Majima let it, kissing him eagerly, hungrily, like he wanted to devour Kiryu. Hold on, zombies. Zombies!
Yeah, it's not a kiss, it's just him turning. Face gone.
Face gone. He'd always demanded more from Kiryu, always pushing past what was allowed, and this was no different. Kiryu was, as always, just on the edge of overwhelmed by it, but safe from having to ask Majima to slow down by the sound of scuffling outside. They pulled apart quickly, both turning towards the sound. We should leave, Kiryu said quietly.
Right, we'll continue that once there's no risk of turning into a zombie's breakfast.
Majima agreed. I hope you know where your clothes are. Kiryu glanced down at Majima's towel, hung precariously low on his slim hips. Slim hips, the fucking grippable hips. Majima grinned, reaching down with one hand to secure it as he turned around to rummage in the corner.
Nah, he's just gonna get off this with his fucking towel, that's it.
Towel gaming. Kiryu registered the promise Majima had just made and couldn't help but anticipate what was to come once they were outside those giant steel walls. The corner of his mouth curved up, even as he turned to keep watch while Majima changed. At least one good thing had to come out of this apocalyptic mess.
So, can we acknowledge just one thing? So this is like objectively not as good as the last one. Like, I'm not putting this one down. It's just fanfic nonsense, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But this has more upvotes than the last one.
Wait, does it?
Yeah.
Wait, where do I see this again?
Right below, yeah.
Hang on, what the fuck? And probably because people didn't want to reach like fucking.
People don't want to actually read. They just want to see the smut.
People don't want to actually read like 6 chapters. Oh yeah, that's far. What the fuck? What? I don't know. Internet likes it different. Remember, memes and porn are more upvoted than actual like great art. So whatever.
That's true.
All right. On to the next.
So 4 out of 5.
We're at 4 out of 5. Yeah, this one's supposed to be medium length. Now we're just like single chapter shenanigans, so you don't worry about it.
Let's see.
Oh wow, there's no tags at all. I love it.
This is medium length. This is shorter than the last one.
Oh yeah, it is shorter. It's just.
It's just more compiled.
Actually, no. I think this is like this.
No. The last one was 1,800. This one is just 1,200 words.
All right. Also, there's like no fucking tags to this.
That's lame.
The one sentence review I've got for this from my
curator is too much romance a thing? Not for this author. 7 out of 10. Oh my god. Alright.
This is Stay With Me from a name I cannot pronounce.
Fidu Sashatis.
Fidu Sashatis. Maybe it's Spanish. Sashatis.
Ay caramba, Dios mío. Okay, let's go. It's nice here, Kaz.
Did he ever call him Kaz?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure like most of the time it was really just Kiryu-chan.
Yeah, just Kiryu-chan.
And then... Did he ever call him just Kazuma? I don't think so.
I don't think he does. Maybe like once or something. Okay, this place, this is basically doing free, so that's good.
Yeah. So yeah, your turn after.
Yeah. Majima sighs, pushing his arms above his head. He felt his joints pop and his muscles stretch, which was followed by a short groan of pleasure falling from his lips before he cracked his knuckles and his fingers. He could feel the residual heat from the sun on his body, slowly cooling off as he shed some of his clothes. Whoa!
Hold on.
Majima heard Kiryu talking, but he didn't really take it in. His eye followed the light cascading through the shutters, spilling out onto the floor a few meters away, staining the brown floor golden. He'd only been to Morning Glory a few times, and yet he was in awe every time. Majima cracked his neck, letting out another groan before turning and facing his boyfriend.
So Kazuma-chan, what do you want to do? I'm pretty sure you never called him Kazuma-chan.
True. To be honest, I just want to be with you. Oh, we're going into the cheese. We're going straight into the cheese. Let's fucking go. Kira replied, a coy smile pulling on his face. Majima smiled in response, softly, before shrugging and joining him on the futon. Kira welcomed him with an open arm and pulled him close to his side, a hand splaying lazily on his back. I missed you. It's not often we get to relax like this.
That's true. I look forward to seeing you every couple of months, even if I have to beg Daigo-chan for the time off.
Majima sighed, his hands resting on the other side of Kira's chest. He could feel his lover's heart beating through his face, his head resting gently on his chest, legs entangled between Kira's.
How long we got before the kids get back? Oh my fucking god.
Kiryu shifted, looking down at him, and Majima lifted his head slightly to meet his eye. Why? The delightful smirk barely crossed his lips.
No reason, just don't them coming back and seeing their OG sons cuddling up with someone.
Wait, what? Alright. Right. Well, we still have another couple of hours. Haruka might be back earlier. The others have a club after school to go to. Kiryu looked away, eyes following the sun. I think it's a sports club. Baseball and wrestling. Lots of choices. Majima hummed in response, letting his eyes fall closed. He sighed softly, feeling Kiryu's body next to his. He felt the muscle underneath, the warmth, the soft skin. His hands moved, fingers delicately and gracefully tracing Kiryu's belly and his side, touching... I hope this doesn't get too spicy, though. Touching a rugged scar tissue, both old and new, grazing over scrapes and scabs. Majima could hear his boyfriend's heartbeat, slow yet strong. He could faintly hear the waves crashing beneath the ocean. Crashing onto the ocean. What is my brain doing, bro?
Each. Let's go to the waves.
What is my brain projecting onto my eyes? Hello? I'm having hallucinations, bro.
When that soda stream, it's different.
No, this was actual fucking bottled water I got from the store. This ain't the fucking soda stream with fucking Detroit water. I love how I always crack jokes while you're taking a puff.
The timing is ingenious.
I just know. Birds squawking and chirping, and the orphanage dog yipping at anyone that walks past.
Yip.
What the fuck? Kira's breathing was rhythmatic? Is rhythmatic a word?
I'm not sure.
Is rhythmatic a word?
Rhythmatic versus rhythmic.
Definition. What does rhythmatic mean? Rhythmatic can... Hold on. Rhythmatic can be defined as anything related to rhythm or characterized by a regular, repeated pattern of sounds, accents, or movement. It refers to the organized flow or pace of events or actions, often involving a sequence of beat patterns or timing. Rhythmatic can apply to various domains, such as music, dance, poetry, speech, and even daily activities.
So it's actually the wrong word.
Rhythmatic.
Rhythmatic? Ah!
So it actually would be rhythmic and not this one.
I love how the fucking... I just
ChatGPT.
realized the answers made by fucking ChatGPT. References ChatGPT, by the way. Oh, I got a screenshot of that one. It's fucking genius. We're reaching dystopia levels, bro. We're reaching fucking
just wait until like Quora like shuts down like actual like answers from like real people and it's just ChatGPT auto replies.
Oh my fucking god! Imagine that, bro. I gotta screenshot this. This is gorgeous. There you go. Arithmetic. His chest moved up and down, deeply and slowly. Majima opened his eye and looked up at Kiryu, studying him. He could still feel his strong hand against his back and his hard chest beneath his chin. He was darker, blessed by the gods and sun-kissed to a heavenly degree. His freckles littered down his face and neck.
Wait. I don't think Kiryu had freckles.
Yeah,
Nor was he
does.
toned like as in like skin wise. Tanned is the word.
Yeah, tone will be ripped. But like, I don't know, bro.
Kazuma.
Whoa. Okay, so we are doing the yaoi voice acting.
Yeah.
Alright, fine, we're leaning into it. Majima breathed out. He kept forgetting to breathe when he was checking his boyfriend out.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you don't.
You just don't breathe when you look at your boyfriend.
How did your partner die? I don't know, you suffocated when you looked at me. You stopped breathing. Shit.
If you love me, if you don't love me, stop breathing and stop reciting the Bible in Japanese.
Kiryu looked over, making eye contact. Yeah, Oni-san. A small smile pulled on his lips, gentle and loving.
Why
did he speak with nothing to say?
It's nice here.
You fucking weave, bro. Majima fumbled over his words, dropping his gaze in embarrassment. I know. Kiryu responded with a smile. Look. He nodded towards their feet. We're back in the sun. Majima did start feeling the sun on his toes, an enveloping warmth, rarely something he felt. He pushed himself away from Kiryu and up off the futon, grinning at the other, who wore a quizzical smile on his face.
I'ma sit in the sun.
And sit in the sun, Majima did. It was warm. So
that
warm.
was anticlimactic.
He even started sweating the second he stepped foot in a beam of light. He sat there, eye closed, legs crossed, letting the Okinawan sun embrace him and take him into its arms.
It's so beautiful here, Kaz. I don't blame you for choosing to stay here for the rest of your days.
Nice, isn't it? Kiryu purred into his ear, kissing the back of his neck lightly. Majima shivered, enjoying the feeling of Kiryu's rough hands slipping around his waist and pulling him to his chest. He hadn't heard a move. Why don't you stay here with me? At Kiryu's words, his heart curved. A fire became lit in his belly, flames lapping at his butterflies. Majima's hands shook, his mouth dropping open in surprise. This was everything he'd wanted with Kiryu. Hold on, what is this? This is too epic, hang on. Especially recently. His heart had grown again after years of torture and hate, making room for Kiryu, Haruki-chan, and even the kids at Morning Glory. Everything Kiryu touched became pure love, he figured.
What? You want me to stay here with you and the kids?
Majima mumbled, his words spilling out quicker than he could stop them. His mind went blank, bloody slipping in.
Bloody slipping.
It's just suddenly everything full of blood, like what the fuck? Body slipping into his defensive system, skin prickling and excitement running up the hairs on the back of his neck.
Is that even wise? What if the kids don't like me?
With that, Kiryu let out a hearty chuckle. Majima could feel the vibration steep in his chest. Relax. They love you. They always ask when you're visiting next. His hand was firm on Majima's stomach, thumb gently caressing his skin.
Yeah, mean it?
The one-eyed dancer breathed out. Yeah, I do. Stay with me here. We can live out the rest of our lives. Well, rest of our days together in the sun. Kiryu's words were honest and kind, as gentle as the sun on their skin. We'd be away from everything. There'd be no more pain. No more death, Goro. Hearing Kiryu say his name like that, all soft and sweet, made Majima's heart swell larger and larger until he was sure it would burst in his chest.
Kazuha-chan, you're getting me all flustered.
He mumbled, his face flushing.
I don't know. It's a pretty big thing you're asking me here.
Please? Don't explode on the first word. I worry about you. And Kamarucho, I worry that you're gonna piss off the wrong person and get killed. As good at fighting as you are. Kiryu sighed, placing a kiss on Majima's shoulder. There aren't many Yakuza families here, and they're not big like they are in Kamarucho. We can get away from it. He whispered in Majima's ear, gently nibbling his earlobe.
Damn.
Majima hummed and looked down on Kiryu's hands, taking in how they were still resting on his stomach. His fingers were intertwined, his thumbs still gently caressing him. He closed his eye, feeling the warmth from the sun on his front and the warmth of Kiryu on his back. He imagined his days here, dressed in shorts and open shirt, sandals worn everywhere he went. He imagined days on the beach, playing with the kids, learning to cook from Haruka. He imagined standing on the shore, hand in hand with Kiryu, the waves gently lapping at his feet. Majima could feel the warm ocean breeze on his skin, and smell the salt in the air. He never felt calmer in his imagination than here, standing on Morning Glory's beach, next to Kiryu. And so, Majima breathed out a soft.
Okay.
Huh? Seems like Kiryu didn't quite catch it.
Okay.
He clarified.
I'll stay with you. I'll get Daigo-chan to exile me or something. He'll be fine on his own.
Kiryu grinned, pulling him backwards into a big hug. Beneath the rib-crushing hug, and the nervousness starting to pool in his stomach, Majima felt only joy plucking on his heartstrings.
I love you, Kaz.
With a few smothering kisses, Kiryu murmured back, I love you too, Goro. So much. There you go. And the overload of likes, obviously, on this one.
Just giving them what they wanted.
Just giving them what they wanted. There you go. That's a spicy one. That one's a very spicy one. All right.
Last one.
Oh, hey, Carrie. Hi there. Look, it's the curator.
It's so curator. You just missed the best part.
Don't worry, no. You'll just check them out. Don't worry about it. Regret nothing. You told me this is gonna take 3 hours. We're at 2. We're almost at 2. We're not even at 2 and we're basically done.
Yeah, it's just one more left.
Quick, you got 10 minutes to give me one more. If you have one on the back burner.
Yeah, but this time make it Sonic X Shadow. Okay,
Oh my god! Read slower? We can't, we're both way too fast readers, unfortunately.
We're also apparently constantly reading things wrong, so that's also...
That should slow it down, right?
Technically, yes. I think we're going at normal pace.
I don't know, it's like normal pace I read shit in. Reread it in German? That'd be horrible.
Herr Kiryu.
Ich liebe sie, Majima.
Oh yeah, you would actually need to change like the ways around.
Yeah, do the honorifics. Putting down roots about Dilfkuza. Dilfkuza. Oh, I see the joke.
And again, no interesting tags.
Yeah, no interesting taglines. Like, okay, this is
This short. Oh,
actually, I think
how many words?
This is longer than the one before it.
Yeah, but only 300 words. That's fine. It's still shorter than the third one.
That's true. I mean, yeah, the third one is. Alright, there you go. Alright.
What's the review for this one?
Oh yeah, actually short one. Very simple, not much impact, but not much nonsense either. 7 out of 10. He rated all of those 7 out of 10, ironically. I think that's the joke.
7.5 out of 10, too much water.
Too much water.
No, actually, that would be the review for the last one.
Imagine. Morning Glory Orphanage was the closest to paradise Kiryu knew he would ever get. And then it got fucking torn down because, you know, fucking because Yakuza 3 happened. Living with the family he hadn't known he needed in his youth, guiding and caring for each child as if they were his own flesh and blood. Enjoying the anonymity of Okinawa, free to walk the streets at any time of day and know he wouldn't be dragged into another street fight. That's a fucking lie! I got into a street fight every like 5 seconds in this fucking game.
True.
Grateful for his own safety as much as knowing Haruka would be safe. And of course, getting to wake up next to the one person who's always been on his side. For a kid who had lived day by day and just followed the path that was set in front of him, Kiryu was doing better than he ever could have imagined. He shook his head at the thought, shifting to wake up his numb arm. The movement earned him a growl and the leg around his waist, pulling him tight. Getting used to Kiryu's erratic sleeping habits would have been unbearable to anyone except the man in his arms. The only person he knew with a worse sleep schedule than him. Years of late nights prowling the streets of Kamurocho for a job.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I just got fucking DM'd on Steam, so I was confused for a second. I was confused for a second mid sentence. Anyway. Yeah. Years of late nights prowling the streets of Kamurocho for a job or to stay alive had ruined their internal clocks beyond repair. Even if there was no active threat, letting down their guard enough to relax was no easy task. Kiryu had always slept too late, years of waking up at the crack of dawn to take care of his siblings in Sunflower, finally catching up to him. While Majima had been lucky to get more than a couple of hours a night without being woken by a nightmare. The orphanage was good for both of them in that way, retraining themselves to wake up in shifts for preparing breakfast or lunches for school. More than any job the Tojo had given them, childcare wore them out to the point that collapsing into bed came natural. Even as sleeping remained elusive one night, it was easy to hold each other close and enjoy the moments of quiet were ever so rare. Squeezing his hands reassuringly, Kiryu was thankful that Majima was no longer an early riser. Morning sun peeked through the curtains to illuminate the harsh lines of his face, softening his features in its pale light. Resting a hand on his cheek, Kiryu brushed his thumb along the edge of his empty eye socket. That's an interesting way to fucking caress someone.
Yeah.
He only started sleeping with the eye patch off in the last few weeks, shedding the last wall between them. Even when they bathed together, Majima had kept it covered, but in the safety of their small bedroom he had laid it aside. His hands were shaking as he guided Kiryu through the dark to feel the scarred remains, reminders of the lesson Shimano carved into him. Majima didn't cry that night, but he did the next morning when Kiryu gave him the usual smile and kiss as if nothing had changed. In no other life would he get the privilege of seeing Majima so vulnerable, sprawled on his stomach in a pair of shorts, and one of Kiryu's t-shirts. One that Majima had specifically bought him with the intention of stealing it once it had a scent. No knife to be found under the pillow or stabbed into the nightstand. The total opposite of the half-awake state he never fully got past in that dingy city apartment. No, Kiryu wouldn't trade the life they've made for themselves for anything. This is where they belong. Uncle Majima, wake up! He grunted, swatting playfully at his small hands, shaking his arm as he rolled over to cover his face.
A little longer.
We're hungry!
Kazzy's on breakfast, eater. Go get him.
Much of his words slurred together as he started dozing back off, mind protesting against the rude awakening. He might have been successful, if not for the bodies piling on top of him. He huffed at the pressure, reaching for his eye patch on the nightstand.
Alright, I'm up. Run to the kitchen, I'm coming.
Damn. More fucking early morning Majima being a fucking mess. Triumphant giggled straight out of the room as he heard them pad away. He waited until the door slid shut to sit up and secure the patch around his head. The spot next to him was already cold, though it wasn't unusual. Kira was always awake before him, preparing something in the orphanage or cooking breakfast. If there was nothing to be done, he was usually down by the water to smoke, one city habit that neither of them had been able to kick yet. And one that they didn't want the children to get. Heading out to the hall, Majima had to step over some toys to make it to the kitchen safe. To his surprise, there was no food keeping warm on the stove, like there usually was when Kiryu had to step out early. Just a note taped to the fridge saying he'd be back before Majima got up. Yeah, right. Shaking his head, he caught sight of the rice cooker sitting in keep warm mode. At least he had enough sense to start it before he left. Majima wasn't sure how long he could keep the kids out from underfoot to cook. Breakfast wasn't usually his job. In the past 30 odd years, he had never bothered making it for himself, but leftovers were better than nothing, right? He was busy filling plates when he heard the mini stampede down the hall. Cries of "Uncle Kaz!" echoed through the living room. Voices clambering over one another to give their own events of the morning. The answering laugh that floated through the air made Majima's heart flutter. He set a couple bowls of rice on the table as Kiryu made his way into the kitchen, one arm laden with shopping bags while Mitsuo hung off the other. "You're early, Oni-san." Kiryu set the bags on what free counter space was left, lowering his arm until Mitsuo's feet touched the ground again and he crowded around the counter with his siblings. Majima scoffed, crossing his arms with a little dramatic pout.
The shits woke me up. You know, I'm thinking about putting a lock on the door.
It was a joke he had made before, teasing the kids for their ability to wake him up so easily. It didn't bother him much, but he liked giving them a hard time.
Couple of them, in fact. Maybe a deadbolt. Ah, scratch that. Might need a vault door to keep him out.
That's a good one. I'll try to get home earlier next time. Wrapping an arm around his waist, Kiryu pressed a chaste kiss to his lips. A chorus of groans came from the smaller kids, young enough to still see their parents' affection as embarrassing. Majima responded by wrapping his arms around Kiryu's neck and making an exaggerated mwah as he kissed his cheek, earning more groans from the crowd just looking for their breakfast.
What kept you so long anyways?
With an apologetic smile, Kiryu stepped through a small crowd to the bags. One of the moms from Izumi's class was talking about a sale going on today. I thought the kids would like a treat. He pulled out the groceries as he spoke, setting a carton of fresh peaches and a watermelon on the counter to the awe of his family. Whistling at the sight, Majima clapped his hands.
Good going, Kiryu-chan! You fight off all the other moms just to get a son.
The sheepish glance away told him it was still the opposite. Even in civilian clothes and in a new town, Kiryu was still an imposing figure by his build alone. He probably just had to stand near the fruit stand for a few seconds before it cleared out and he had first pick of the produce.
If we wanna get tasting, someone better help me set the table. Wink wink nudge nudge.
Wink wink nudge nudge. Having the picture perfect family had always been Majima's dream. Nice house of his own, a little wife busy in the kitchen, a couple of kids hanging off of him as soon as he got home from work. It was just a dream though, a private fantasy that he'd toy with if he had been dealt any other hand in life. Owning some house in the suburbs was never going to happen in his line of work. He tried out married life, but the loving husband and wife thing only turned out messy. Besides, after she and his boys got their hands on him, having kids of his own became nearly impossible. So he was resigned to let his fantasy fester in the back of his mind, warping into nightmares that he would wake up from, and long for people who had never even existed. Helping Haruka and Taichi set the table while Kiryu taught Ayako how to slice the peaches he brought home. With sounds of children playing coming in from the window, Majima knew this was exactly what he had been dreaming of. It was far from a traditional family, with more kids than he'd ever dreamed of, and he never expected to move so far away from the city. But this is exactly where it was meant to be. Kiryu smiled at him, and he knew he was home. There we go.
We did it.
We did it.
Woo!
Under 2 hours, actually. What the hell?
We're just that good.
We're just that good at reading, I guess. Congratulations, we're good at reading.
We made it. We did it.
We did it. Wow.
Astral finish.
Astral finish. Speedrunners clap. And time. Well, that's a new PB, and let me check the leaderboards. This might be a new world record.
I am the record that is approaching. Provoking.
How many updates does this get? Oh, quite a lot. Holy shit.
Damn.
That's a lot of updates. I love this guy just called Roadkill. So, I have nothing else to give. This was just a fun one-off.
Speedrunners.
Yeah, this was just a fun one-off until like someone decides to do the fucking. Well, how much was it? Like fucking 100k redeem? Yeah. No wait, 15k because I want funny. I gotta change that until someone puts in the fucking redeem to read another one. Maybe. So yeah, no, this was a fun one-off. I don't think I'll be back tomorrow because I'll be busy at a birthday party yet again. Yeah, fucking first 2 weeks of March are stacked because because there's like 2 birthdays like back to back and week-wise. So you know, we'll start Yakuza 4 next week though. Finally, y'all finally get more actual Yakuza and not fucking gay shenanigans. So yeah, you know, that is it with us for tonight. I do thank everyone for listening. I'm not gonna say watching because there's nothing to look at besides my face wiggling around.
That's enough.
That's enough to call it watching, yeah. I do thank you for the voice assistant.
You're always welcome.
Oh my fucking god. Yeah, we'll see each other again next time. Until then, don't die.
Bye.
Bloody hell.